All right, so I want to cover just a tiny bit more on this whole product launch um, concept and how they work and kind of what technology is required in order to execute one. The basics are that you've got to have some marketing videos which teach and educate and establish your credibility, and a sales video that pitches your offer and establishes what it is that the prospect is going to get if they decide to become a student in your course. So again, you need to have some way of hosting these videos. Well, these videos that are part of your launch are not on your learning management system. So they wouldn't be hosted on a Kajabi or OptimizePress or whatever you're using in order to actually host your content, right? So what programs or software or technology do you need in order to host and do a launch? Well, in the very most basic setup, you would need some sort of landing page creator. Something like Leadpages or Megaphone or Unbounce or Instapage or any of these. There's tons of landing page creators, which basically just very, very easy to create a single page landing site, right? Just a single page website with a video on it and a little bit of description about what's in the video and what it is that you're teaching them. And that's it, right? So that will host your product launch content, meaning your marketing videos and your sales videos. Now, if you're going to be doing an advanced campaign, a real product launch where you're sorting people and you're emailing people based on the interests that they show you, right? So most people, when they're doing a product launch, just email everybody in their database, like a ton of emails about the launch, regardless of whether they're interested or not. We don't really recommend that strategy because what happens is you end up irritating people who aren't really interested. But if you want to be tracking who's interested in your course and who's interested in the product launch marketing and the content that you've created for them, then you've got to have some way of tracking who's clicking on the videos and who's not, who's opening up their emails, who's not. And so that requires another layer of sophistication, which would be something like an Infusionsoft or HubSpot or some of these tools that are designed specifically for real hardcore internet marketing. And we recommend Infusionsoft. That's where we build our campaigns. It tends to offer the best just the best features, and it's extremely robust. It can do a ton of really advanced things. We sort people, in terms of how long they watch a video for, and then if they don't complete a video, we'll send them a reminder email to then go back and watch the video later, and we can segment the list in real time. So you can do a lot of really advanced things, which dramatically improve your conversion rates, right? Because you're targeting the people who have expressed interest in what it is that you're providing this free training on. So that's a great way to kind of take your launch to the next level. Most people who are just starting out have no idea how to use that technology, and really they shouldn't use that technology. They should just do something extremely basic and send people to their landing pages and not try to track who's clicking on what and doing all this nonsense, because it's just going to complicate things and make it more time consuming and so on. Now, the downside is that your conversion is going to be less, right? You're not going to get as many sales, but you're not going to spend as much time either. So again, if you're interested in some of the more advanced strategies and tactics, that's where, like our organization, who we have a dedicated person who just handles our Infusionsoft campaigns for our clients, that's where doing it sort of a joint venture or some sort of consulting makes sense. But if you're just going to do a very, very basic launch where you're not doing anything fancy, you're just sending people to some landing pages, having them watch some videos, then using Leadpages or some of those other services that I recommended, Megaphone and so forth, just to set up a simple video landing page for your prospects with the name of the video and maybe a link to the other videos in that series. Keep it very, very simple. And so anyway, so overall, a product launch can be something very simple just sending out some emails and sending people to a landing page, or it can be something extremely robust and sophisticated that in real time segments your list and divides up who's expressing interest and emails them, and sends follow-up emails to people who don't buy but did watch the sales video, and so on. You can do an unlimited amount of really, really cool things that dramatically improve your conversion rate if you get really, really, really good at Infusionsoft, or if you hire someone at like $90,000 a year and have them do it for you, right? That's kind of what it takes. So anyway, again, product launches are a huge topic. It's not what we primarily teach, it's what we implement and do for people who get overwhelmed when they're trying to kind of manage and handle all the technology in the back end and the copywriting for all of the email content, the email marketing scripts, and the video marketing scripts, and all that. We handle all that for our clients, so they don't have to worry about any of it. But again, if you're going to do it for yourself, which is what this video series is about, then just keep it simple at first. Make it very benefit driven, and make it engaging, and make it helpful, and just keep it extremely simple so you actually do it and go through with it. Because what usually happens is people get overwhelmed and then they quit, and then they make no money and they have no success, and they keep like sending people on the road to go do these live trainings all across the country, even though it costs a ton of money, takes a lot of time, it's a headache, people get burned out, and so on, right? So if you want to make the transition to being less reliant on sending people on the road and live trainings and what we call airplane income, right? Because you got to get on an airplane to get income. Then obviously making an online course that works, that's compelling, is the most important priority in order to lessen your dependency on that.